Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War chant is going full throat. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Let's go. Get the ball first. Anything dumb?
Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Florida State Seminoles offense takes the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Throwing the ball. Great. I'll have it in my playbook.
Great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
And it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes. Such good.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Oh, and you hear this stadium erupting. This crowd at home.
So happens we had extender.
Off of an explosive play. They get one right there from their quarterback, doing a tremendous job on the scramble.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's
not
going to be a good
Oh,
thing.
boy.
Open runway ahead. That continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Cardinal. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed. They've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He's going to run it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just
and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles!
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some points.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football. Not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Stanford lines up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the returner will be dragged down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. It's caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Seminoles are on the move. He'll come out throwing on first down. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads it left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Offense set on 1st down. The give to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
All right.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Going up top on 1st down. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. He's right on target.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warwick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen. And offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for
Let's go.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Oh my, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Stanford quickly to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Might be looking to run. On the move at the 30. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And they might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And now on second down for this offense. The give to the tailback. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Second and goal for this offense. The give. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal.
It's close.
Absolutely perfect.
Roughed it. Come on, off.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, can anyone catch him? He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Running to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
They go to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
And the Seminoles will line it up on first and 10. Scrambling away. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
He was blocking me.
So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play.
He was blocking me.
A 1st and 10 for this offense.
That's crazy.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wide.
Oh my.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, a lot of time tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Well, after struggling so much in the
that was
first half, they
seatbelting.
would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the 2nd half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that can take it to the house and make big plays.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the running back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Royer. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity.
I don't like doing this.
Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Maybe.
And he'll be brought down.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
This offense has gone haywire on these last 2 plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on third and goal? Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. And this one's the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. A run for the quarterback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch?
Subbing him out.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. to the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
Special teams coming through as they...
Is it not affecting him?
Mark it dead at the 10.
Come on, boys.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good blocking, good running, pick up 6 out to the 30.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got an open man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here.
Guys are killing me.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
The defense just simply not sold by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Picked off.
Yes, sir. Get in there. Get in there.
Touchdown, Seminoles! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas is currently a big right now. So much so, it feels like we can hear Pig Suey inside our studio. They're up by 17 over Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Swings it out to his running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming in the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Looking to the big tight end.
He caught that.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Proctor. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Stanford wants to push the pace. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time.
Rip it out.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
And nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch
The
closer.
tree.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Here comes the offense on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Royer. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Snagged in the middle, it's Royer. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He caught it. He will score! Touchdown, Florida State! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative. They got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Proctor. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down.
He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Pryor. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Stanford. The pass is incomplete.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinal. I don't know what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
Onside kick.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock.
See, part of the ball.
Eat clock, get out of here with a W.
We're
And
not.
there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
He's looking for a man on second down. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Final pass falls to the turf, and
So much for getting the true freshman some
when you hit this
stats.
point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and
Obviously, I think you can
just being to week 7.
He makes the offense go.
Guys, I was really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Must have come on the goal line. Try to get him in and get some snaps and take a sack and put 2 in the dirt. Shame. Will Bond continues a pretty good year. It was second straight game with a pick. 3 on the year. Griffin balled out today. Pick 6, Escalante. Oh. Escaped. What are these guys doing against the computer? What are they doing? Jeez. Well, that was against the users. But, golly, dude. Week 8, top 10 showdown. Bama, Tennessee. Game of the week. We out.